Guys, I love you. I really do. But I do have my limitations as a YouTuber covering stuff mainly found in books. There are specific benefits one gains from reading primary philosophical texts. Benefits that can't really be claimed when it comes to videos like mine or other mediums that don't come from the book. But let's not be naive here either. Many of you live busy lives and your interest in philosophy may not run super deep, which is totally okay by the way. I'm not some philosophy warlord that demands that everyone share this interest. I'm not some guy on the internet that'll demand you read the Critique of Pure Reason 8 times before I even consider your existence. So here's the deal. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the benefits associated with actually reading philosophical texts. Then, you're going to consider these benefits but also consider your life. Because in order to gain the benefits I'll talk about, you'll have to sacrifice some time and effort. A lot of time and effort, in fact. You're ultimately going to be the judge as to whether you believe the benefits I'll talk about outweigh the time and effort required. Again, and I want to make this clear, it's okay to be content with just YouTube videos and summaries if you live a busy life, and your interest in philosophy isn't that strong. This video is for those who have that strong interest and are considering taking the plunge into the texts. So with that out of the way, let's go over these exclusive VIP Costco card benefits you'll get when you read philosophy. Welcome back to Philosophy Tunes. I'm Paul, and I better not see any comments mentioning how ironic it is that a YouTuber is making a video about the limitations of YouTube videos. Instead, why don't you comment your favorite shellfish below and we'll just call it good. So let's kick this video off with benefit number 1, training your comprehension. The job of most philosophy YouTubers is to hopefully explain these concepts in an easily digestible way. Because we're dealing with texts written way back in time and usually not in English. In fact, it's sometimes harder to read the old English works as opposed to a modern translation from a non-English book. And although getting the concepts in a more comprehensive manner has its place, there's value in challenging yourself to figure things out on your own. You become a better reader, being able to spot important points and points that aren't so important. And you get better and better at this stuff. It's happened to me firsthand. So in law school, right, you read cases where you have to identify the holding and the arguments to support that holding. For me, my prior philosophy reading made this fairly smooth, because it trained me to identify arguments and big level conclusions. Even now with my philosophy reading, I usually take a highlighter with me to get those big level conclusions noted. So by actually reading these texts, it'll train you to not only be a better philosophy reader, but a better reader in general. The next benefit is that it's the most direct line of communication between you and the philosopher. So when you read a book, right, you're reading words straight from the philosopher to you. And yeah, your personal biases are gonna color those words, but that's kind of an inevitability. When you watch a YouTube video though, not only are you dealing with your biases, but mine as well. I read the work, it gets filtered through my biases, I present the work, and then it goes through your bias filter. So look, we can't get rid of bias altogether, but relatively speaking, we're dealing with less bias if you read the work directly. Does that make sense? Now I know you could be worried about misunderstanding the author and that's why you go to YouTube. But if this is the case, why not get the best of both worlds? Reading the actual text and cross-referencing with us content creators. That term sounds kinda cringy to me. I'm a content creator. At least it's better than calling myself an influencer. Hopefully I never have to accept that title. While I'm ragging on myself here, some philosophy books are more up to interpretation than others when it comes to the content. And by reading the text itself and getting that more direct line with the author, that allows you to form your own interpretations more freely, without the influence of a YouTuber. Hell, I try to be candid about when I feel I'm in the interpretation zone, and your interpretation of something might be much better than mine. So by reading philosophy texts, you deal with less bias and therefore get a more personal interpretation. Okay, now benefit number 3 might seem a bit out of place, but I don't really care. By reading philosophy and building up this bookshelf, it's something to be proud of. It's an achievement. Look, not everyone reads. I don't got the numbers, I'm not Mr. Statistics or anything, but just by interacting with people personally, it's somewhat rare to come across people who read outside of work or school. On top of that, add the fact that these books are non-fiction philosophy books, requiring a lot of engagement on your end. This isn't Harry Potter or the Hunger Games. These books will work you. So by reading these philosophy books, it's something to be proud of once you finish. It's an achievement. Your bookcase will almost be like a trophy stand. And then when your Tinder date comes over, they'll be like, damn, you're so smart. And then you'll get lucky. thanks to this video. You're welcome. Alright, benefit number 4 is kind of a catch-all for all benefits associated with reading in general. I'm not going to cover them because there's dozens of videos and whatnot on the subject, but they are worth considering when you're weighing the pros and cons. Now, number 5 is a bit of a weird one, and it doesn't apply to all philosophy books, but the way something is written may make it more memorable. Look, I ain't an English major, I'm not very poetic, but many philosophers do have a way with words. Some of them obviously not, but others might write in a way that just sticks in your memory. I mean, just type in philosophy quotes in Google and you'll see a tidal wave of memorable and catchy quotes. Some fake quotes though, so watch out. Hell, there's even these videos that I'm seeing now where it's just straight quotes. Man, look at those views though. I'm making the wrong content here. Now, the artistry of the writing benefits you twofold. For one, obviously there's the aesthetic value like reading poetry, but it could also help you remember the concepts. Because if I say, the cow jumped over the fence, that isn't as memorable as saying something like, the raging steer leaped over the rotting fence. The medium for conveying a concept can affect the memorability of that concept. Alright, so those are 5 benefits to actually reading philosophy as opposed to getting summaries on the works. Now it's up to you to weigh those benefits against the time and effort required, and see if it's something that you want to pursue in your life. If you do want to take that plunge, then consult our last video for some tips on how to get started. If you want to get a little preview as to what the world of philosophy books looks like, then check out this video. If you want a video about marble racing, then check out this video from my friend. Thanks for all the support, be sure to subscribe and like the video, and I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day.